Next team. So we have the Miami Dolphins, and this is an interesting case. We kind of touched on them already in previous episodes. Tua situation, definitely got to monitor that. Can the defense be as good as last year? We just talked about that. I don't think we got to go over it again. They drafted Jalen Waddle, surprisingly over Devontae Smith. A lot of people predicted that, though. They signed Will Fuller, who I would love the signing if Tua could throw downfield. I would love it. They got all these burners.
Yeah.
And Devontae Parker's a guy who can play, go up and make that contested catch downfield. Deceptive speed there, too. It doesn't make any sense to me. It don't make any sense. It's just weird. Tua was a bad pick. Anyway.
So you're off him, completely off him. Like, you're not going to give him a shot at all.
I'll give him a shot, but I don't believe in him enough. And I'm not going to rule out his upside, because there were a couple games last year where he really did flash.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't do it for me. And I know how Pauls feels, too. He does not like them. He has the Dolphins missing the playoffs. You got Preston Williams coming back, who was like a nice, underrated receiver. And then you got Mike Gesicki, who should be ascending. He's not used enough. So you got to wonder if the offensive line's good enough. Don't know that. Can Myles Gaskin repeat what he did last year? I think he's underrated, but they did bring in Malcolm Brown, so we don't know how this running back rotation is going to sort itself out. I think that Gaskin's probably a value pick at this point because he's going to slip in the draft and still might return 1,200 total yards. I could see that, even if he is splitting time.
Yeah, I'm off him, man, because I read a report that Brian Flores wants to do a 3 running back system, running back by committee. That scares me for fantasy. That's what they were saying
last year, and then they didn't even let Jordan Howard carry the ball.
Yeah, well, I mean, not for nothing. I thought Jordan Howard was pretty washed last year. So, I mean, take it, for what it is. Yeah. But, no, Gaskin shined last year. But if they're going to, start with running back by committee, that scares me as a fantasy owner.
It would be an extreme, let's see where he falls in the draft for me. I would want him as a backup. I would not want him as a starter on my team. But Malcolm Brown should definitely be the goal line back. And also, I don't think Myles Gaskin is built the way that he should be to be able to be a full-time back anyway. So it might benefit them both. And Malcolm Brown can play a little bit too.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
I mean, I got the Dolphins. I mean, look, dude, they're fucking loaded. Devontae Parker, Will Fuller, Albert Wilson, and Jalen Waddle, and that kid Grant. He could play, man. And then they got Gaskin and Malcolm Brown, like you said. Gesicki's ascending player. They have a good team. It really boils down to Tua's progression. If he could be the top pick that they picked him to be, look out.
Even if he could just be a game manager at this point. They got
speed.
If he can be slightly better than game manager quality, they'll be a playoff team.
And their defense is good too.
He was mediocre in majority of his starts last year.
Yeah.
The team was 6-2 at Ryan Fitzmagic, and they give the job away randomly in the middle of a playoff run.
They were 6-2.
They literally missed the playoffs by a tiebreaker. That was one of the worst coaching decisions I've ever seen, and I like him a lot, Brian Flores.
Me too. I don't understand that decision, honestly.
This franchise as a whole literally has done such a great job rebuilding, and the Tua thing just sent me for a loop. It's just man, we'll see.
We'll see.
I'm
giving him a chance.
I'm not going to rule it out.
I will give him a chance to succeed because I think he does have some skill. They wouldn't have drafted him top, player in the draft if fucking he couldn't play.
Look, here's what he's got going for him.
That's just the bottom line.
Here's what he's got going for him. He's got all those weapons.
Yeah.
And they're amazing, right? He's got the help of the defense. And there we go. One sec. He's got the defense. He's got all those weapons. And he's an accurate thrower, but he seems to lack in decision making.
Agreed.
So, and he can move a little bit, but I don't want to move him too much because I don't want him getting fucked up. Period. Facts.
Gonna get slapped around, huh?
So, I mean, if they had Justin Herbert, this team is scary.
Oh, I know.
I
don't think they're making the playoffs. I'll just be blunt. I'll call a spade a spade. But again, I mean, they had the talent to actually really make some fucking noise. You know what I mean?
That's going to be the missing piece.
It really boils down to his progression. And last year they went 10-6 still, but like we alluded to, they were 6-2 with Fitzmagic.
And
They
then
could
look
have
what
made the
happened,
playoffs.
right?
Yeah.
They went. They finished. Yeah, they finished 500. That's not good enough.
Yeah.
So another thing I'll say, this is just. I mean, it's not totally relevant, but they were a team that was pushing for Deshaun Watson before his case just went out of control.
Yeah.
And if he ever plays a lick of football again, they would be a team to monitor there. They wanted Deshaun Watson, and that was actually a good situation. And Tua would have been a Texan almost assuredly if that were to happen. So
They would have robbed
let's
him.
not speculate too much there. Yeah, that would have been an amazing fit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, stay out of trouble.